Taking a moment to just center and connect to an intention for yourself for this session, for this meditation. And connecting to your heart. Connecting to your base. Connecting to your crown. Three portals of life force. Just feeling or visualizing an alignment between the three centers. We start with the base. What is the energy that's alive in the base right now? I'm just feeling the quality of the energy there. Maybe there's excitement, maybe there's arousal, maybe there's fear, anger, whatever's true. And connecting to the resistance that also lives here. And zeroing into what the resistance is about. Not a specific thing or person or situation right now, but in general, the quality of the resistance behind the story. And seeing if you can follow that thread of the resistance, going deeper into it. What this resistance is, in its essence, what it's really about. And it's not about just this moment in time. Or what does it say or shed light on regarding the way you live your life? Resistance or fear. And when you have that essence, saying it out loud, loud enough to be heard by everyone, just naming it in a word or a phrase. What is it? Fear to be alone. What else is there?
Fear of suffering.
Fear of suffering. Anyone else willing to name it out loud?
Resisting this life on this material plane.
Thank you. And feeling it, letting yourself sit with it or in it or face it, however it feels to you. I feel its power without getting sucked into it, without buying the story, but still feel its power. The power that's centered in its core, that drives it, that allows it to persist and persist and persist. Your whole body feel it without sinking in it, without identifying with it. Another minute. If sounds come, movement comes, of course, it's always natural. Welcome. And taking a deep breath and letting that settle. And connecting to your crown, if that supports you. For some, it will not be supportive, that's okay. And connecting to your soul, the vibration of your soul shine, soul purpose. And if you don't know what that means, then that which you hold most sacred, that energy, the ultimate expression of love, however you name it. And maybe it's tangled up in some specific thing. Drop the story, just like we did with the base, and go to the essence. And when you have that, naming it out loud, loud enough to be heard. One word or phrase. Touch. Connection.
Freedom.
That's a freedom.
And letting that vibrate. Letting that again move you, whether that's emotionally moving you, physically moving you, energetically. Let it touch you, vibrate through you. Spending another minute in this core essence energy, the expression of your soul. And now letting these two energies, the vibration of your soul, or however close you can get to it, and this energy of fear or resistance in the base, and its essence, what it's about, letting the two come face to face, so to speak, letting them meet. It's not about one having more power over the other. It's not about one being right and the other one being wrong or good or bad. It's about letting them meet. And maybe that happens in your heart, for example. It can still also be in the base, for example. Spending another minute just in this meeting. Nothing has to happen. What happens when these two forces are welcomed into the same space or face each other? And noticing if this is a match, if the soul vibration is actually the medicine that this piece of fear or resistance is looking for, been waiting for. Is there a match? Another 2 minutes to explore this connection between the two. Another minute. And now looking at it from a different perspective, not only is this a match in the sense of, has this been the antidote or the medicine that this resistant, fearful part has been waiting for? What about from the soul's perspective? Can there be a harvest? Can there be something in this fear, this resistance that serves actually soul to shine more fully? Not the fear of the resistance itself, but what has been developed as a result of it that helps soul shine. Helps it shine in the world, in this material plane, because it's got the street smarts, it's got the know-how. It knows how to survive. And can they recognize each other? Can these two qualities recognize each other? This fear-based strategy at the base and this soul essence, can they recognize each other as equals or as partners? One is longing for the other and one needs the other. They both need each other. And if there is a mutual recognition, what do they want to do together? What happens? Is there some kind of like union, like a centaur? From the heart down, the wild beast, from the heart up, the soul, but they're fused. It doesn't have to come to that. But is there some Some merging, some mutual recognition that is taking a step forward. Through mutual consent, not by force, not because your mind says so, not because it sounds like a good idea or it would be really super spiritual or something like that. Your heart and your base will be able to support you in what is true. And can you recognize life force at the core of both of these energies? Life, spirit, monad, can you recognize the essence of life fueling the drive of soul as well as the drive to survive on this material plane? Both expressions of love, both expressions of power. So in addition to that fusion between soul and base, feeling the life force as well, feeling these three components, three rings, three aspects in your being simultaneously and equally, if you can. What happens when all three portals, life force coming through the core of the heart, base activated, crown activated with soul, base activated with the power behind the fear-based or resistance, those strategies. What happens when all three are active simultaneously and equally? And now connecting to the earth. Maybe there's a particular piece of earth, area of earth on this planet that calls you, that you feel connected to in particular. Maybe there isn't, and you can just use where you're at. And sensing in your feet that you walk across this sand or this dirt or this grass or this moss, this water, stone, rock. From this place of triangulation, knowing yourself as the power that lies behind the fear and resistance, as the soul shining with a purpose, and as the spirit that fuels and backs all there is. How is it to give back to the mineral kingdom, the plant kingdom, the animal kingdom? How is it to walk as a lover of earth, of this patch of earth, as opposed to a needy child or a stubborn adolescent? How is it to meet this tree, this river, this squirrel? So connecting to the earth from this place of triangulation, and what happens in this meeting now? And recognizing how this is our homework as humanity. This is what we've been called into, to go into the base and connect to the power there beyond the stories and the hooks, the swamplands of fear or resistance, and to connect to ourselves as souls and emerge as souls, letting these two energies that live inside us, all of us, each and every one of us as humans, come together, and to recognize the life behind that is driving all of it, and to give back and to come into right reciprocity with the earth, our home. And one more step, connecting to something in particular in that land or on that land. Maybe it's a grain of sand. It's the sound of a bird, smell of a flower, whatever it is, something very specific. seeing it, hearing it, smelling it, tasting it, be with it fully. And with the next exhalation, taking a deep breath and allowing yourself to become it. You're no longer in exchange. You are no longer separate. And letting that become a portal deeper into earth. It's like you're getting sucked in. Almost like a fetus in a womb kind of sense of going through a canal. Just going, dropping. There is no I. There is no me. I, Earth. And feeling the lovers walking and rolling on your moss. And the children crawling up, climbing up those trees. Your eyelashes. And the animals running wild. On your chest. The rivers flowing through your veins. The seasons. And the entire mineral, plant, and animal kingdom, and humans that reside on this one body and that make up I, Earth. And how does it feel as humans begin to stand and remember themselves and recognize their true power, their inheritance, and their purpose? Because I, Earth, took a chance, gambled on those humans millennia ago. But even though I would take on more and more matter, more density on this planet in comparison to other planets in our solar system or our galaxy, that the flowering of this would be that soul and spirit would be able to land and form unheard of. What an incredible adventure. What a revolutionary experiment. And what greater act of love. My Earth. The abundance of life, power, and love that flows through me. Connecting to the soul of the earth, I, Earth. Yes, this body made of this mineral, plant, animal kingdoms and the humans. I, Earth, have a soul, the world soul. Connecting to the frequency of the world soul, I, Earth, has soul. That is love. With a capital L-O-V-E. And I, Earth, invoke this soul to land, to solarize this planet, myself, and all the beings that make up part of this body, this matter. To infuse all of the matter on this planet with this level of soul love. And whatever is not in alignment must go. Connecting to spirit, the galactic center, to monad, backing this experiment. The will to be, backing the will to love, backing the will to live. Calling in the lightning from the center of the galaxy. Hi, Earth. I'm ready to take soul initiation. Just taking a couple minutes to let that land anchor, settle, integrate. Whenever you feel that that has settled, stretching out your body, taking some deep breaths, opening your eyes if they are closed. Coming back to our shared space if it feels right to you. I want to acknowledge that we're entering a death portal's energy space, planetarily speaking. Tomorrow is Samhain here in the Northern Hemisphere. Halloween, if we want to go the candy route. Uranus in opposition on Friday just at 0 UTC. So in the middle of the night for the Northern Hemisphere, for Europe. Excuse me, not Northern Hemisphere, Europe. Uranus calling in the shock that all must go, that is not in alignment in a very lightning kind of way. And then the new moon in Scorpio. Scorpio being all about the underground journey and death in many ways on Saturday, I believe. for Thursday. I forget. But anyway, it's Thursday. It's Thursday. Thursday on the 4th, and Uranus is on the 5th, something like this. But these days now are intense in terms of that which needs to go so that we can take our step individually, collectively, and as Earth towards initiation. And on that note, we have concluded also the temple training, TTT, the first one here at Nikkilä. Been working with these energies for 6 weeks nonstop, including weekends and our sleep. I don't think I'm exaggerating. There's a few of us here that can attest to it, of what needs to go, what's in the way, what's out of alignment, letting more and more soul come through and recognizing life, backing it all. So we ended with it's like we end with a beginning. We end to begin into this portal and come out the other side of it. So if there's any sharings, there's a few minutes. If there's any harvest, anything you'd like to share, my video will remain pinned and you can be heard. Going once, going twice.
Share. Yay. I hope my internet connection is stable enough for the share. When I was connecting to
Can you shut down your own camera, and that might help.
Okay, I hope this is better. When I was connecting to a piece of land while the base and the crown were communing with each other, I felt that they were collapsing through my heart and went out and up through the back of my heart. And as if they were pulled, and I felt that pull very strongly. Also physically, I almost fell back. And I turned into the wind. It felt like I was everywhere in the world at the same time. And when we were called to sink into the earth, I felt like myself being the center of the earth and pulling the monadic energy from the cosmos down, bathing myself like with a velvety kind of embrace, and just resting there and waiting and feeling my heartbeat, and then just pumping that upwards everywhere, omnidirectionally, and just feel that. And it feels like I'm just waiting. Earth is just waiting, and for the right moment when it just pops.
Thank you. Anyone else?
I felt like somehow the journey of the soul of the earth, the world, so it's very similar to our journey here. Like I felt like it was, just felt very similar. And also like I had a huge kind of contraction in the heart, and this kind of like, just feeling this change and letting it kind of be there for a while. I tried to kind of like just crack it open, like, and then I realized no, the matter has its pace. And just being there. Yeah, it dissipated, but yeah, just feeling still that the transformation, just feeling a huge change coming. Something big is coming. Yeah, that's what
Hi, yeah, I felt it's very powerful to kind of stand as world soul in that meditation, I earth, I'm ready for initiation, and it felt so powerful to really feel it deeply in my being how that world soul is here, and I am that, and it is me. And it requires, I felt like it requires this awareness, this remembrance of this is in my core, this is what I am, and that like this is where I'm headed to, this is what I want, this is what I worked for, this is where what I want to make space to, and noticing how that intertwines with the personal life and choices and awareness, and it felt really powerful. And it's my first avatar meditation ever, and I feel like it feels like a beautiful aligning for ending this journey, to leave kind of the last held space from you, Taki'h, with this, like, I can honestly say there was not any moment in this whole training where I felt so strongly that the world soul in me. So I'm grateful for that. Yeah, like I can really feel it, and my personality is aware of that power.
I can feel it. You'll feel the difference in her right now as she speaks.
Yeah.
Those who've been together 6 weeks now. Oh, like you have such a depth and presence. There was one chair, yeah.
Yeah. Oh fuck. This was super powerful to me, because it was kind of the perfect match to our work this week with the dweller. We started with John on Thursday, and I feel it was like,
Yeah, I know. I saw it. I saw what he was gonna do. We just smiling here because we spent a week on it here like a couple of weeks ago. So we were like, yeah, we know that work. And because that was the energy I was touching on here, but I don't use those words because then I have to define a whole bunch of concepts. So I don't want to spend my time doing that.
okay, thank you for that. Yeah, that makes sense, because it was like, oh, this is so magical, because I have to say my whole energetical body is kind of, I can't even describe it with words. It's just like this, it's just changing and just refilling and just changing. I can't describe it better. But this meditation just led me to my personal, traveling through the base, just to my personal dweller, and this just speaking about this inner hell and inner lord and dark angel, and just showing up my oldest survival fear, but also receiving these words like open up for life itself and get your shit done. That's what's behind this fear. And then traveling and moving through to the soul, there was just these two parts meeting and facing each other, this dark angel and this white angel, this white power and soul. And there was this beautiful exchange and this beautiful appreciation of each other. And when I was disconnected because of my internet broke, this personal journey moved into this global picture I received whilst being disconnected. I just saw these two forces driving around Earth, just driving in circles and just just using their own force and power, but being connected with each other around, just driving around Earth. And then when I was returned back, you were just transmitting about Earth, and it was just like this crazy alignment I experienced. And then just integrating this transmission and these energies into my body was like super powerful, like just renewal and fulfilling and nourishing, and just like this powerful expansion in every cell. I felt this just the filling up of my energetical body. One time sensing the crucifixion and the death, and the next time lying here, sensing this fulfillment and expansion in every cell, just like flourishing and being filled up. Whew. So thank you for this perfect match.
Thank you. And thank you all. And thank you to this TTT, and thank you to Nikkilä, and so many opportunities and blessings. And we end here. See you next week at Avatar on Saturday. I'll probably touch more on Uranus then. Maybe. Bye.